It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10.
Let's go now. 3. Buffalo 18.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they will start out in great shape up very close to midfield.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On first down, Hurts. This is Smith with the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Devontae Smith. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Just an unbelievable start. Less than a minute in, they're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah. I guess I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Elliott on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Love. This is the tight end fan. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That one goes for 8 yards.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, going to the air with Love. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegal or stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 31. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To throw now. Here's Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Eagles' 23-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing. Love. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Dixie Bison, Dixie Bison.
Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Love looking to throw it. This one goes underneath to Walker, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there is they were able to connect.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now Love. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. Fights through it. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards on the ground. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Josh Jacobs. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far, but let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Black Ultra.
Love now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
An attempt at a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. Boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick-6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys they get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First down, Love to pass. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Love. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick-6 last week. Not a pick-6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hadn't made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 15. Their defense got him the football with an interception. They tried out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. We'll be hit 3 in a row because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Love with it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Love, they go play action now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Rig alert. Panther 11. Cut 19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll throw now on the final play. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They go play action with Hurts.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Smith will come in motion right. On second down, Jacobs. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Hey, check that. Street.
Hurts.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st and 10, Love. And Walker with it over the middle.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Love now to pass on 1st down.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Going back to Love. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Back in 60.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Go, Riggs, go.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Love going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
19 right.
Throwing is Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Love. And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Check, Panther.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take this one down near the 15. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
18 Rattler. Nothing 19.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from 8 yards out. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Love.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Love. This is the tight end fan. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the 1st half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
The partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they drop below